Hey, welcome to the Pursuit of Business. This is Andishman from the Pursuit of Business, and I'm really happy and thankful that I have this chance to share with you quick tips and idea about how to control your feeling or your thought, or when you get angry, when you get frustrated, how you control that when you face a challenge. If you are someone, when you face a challenge, a problem, you become angry, you become frustrated. So watch this video to the end, and I'm going to explain how we can control and how we can control on ourselves. The number one things that you have to remember, that you always put in mind, that always everything, every problem or something is happening in the life, happen it and will happen in the future. And maybe you have right now a problem in your life, think about that. Or if something is maybe happening later, when something happen, a problem comes up, a problem pops up, think about that. Like, say, okay, this problem or these things happen, and always it is always going to be happen. So what can I do? Like, not what can I do, like, say, okay, always things is happening, but I don't have control over other things outside of myself, but I do have control on myself, but I do have control on my behavior, but I do have control on my feeling, but I do have control on my anger. When you think that way, and you should push it, like, okay, no matter what happen outside, it shouldn't control my feeling, because outsider things is not important. Like, nothing is important than dying, nothing is important than we go from this life. So if you think that way, like, any problem happen in the life, you can manage it, you can control it, only if you have control on yourself. So there is nothing important than dying. Anything happen, okay, maybe it is a big thing, maybe it is a big issue, maybe it is really big problem, but maybe not. Let's think about that. Like, if these things happen, like, think, like, say this way, like, this thing, let's say 5 years from now, what would I think about this situation, about these things happening right now? If it is a big problem in the 5 years in the future, maybe it is big problem or maybe not. But if you think, okay, it is nothing, it is not important, then you shouldn't be worried about it, because you have control on your feeling, you can have control on behavior, but you don't have control over outside stuff. So be careful, my friend, and be aware of this when you try to consciously use this control over your feeling, over yourself. And when you try to face the challenge, the problem with self-awareness, you become stronger and you become a much more greater person. When you feel good about that, your self-confidence rise, your self-esteem rise, and then you will be acting better in next situation, in next problem, in next issue. So always remember and use this like self-awareness to control your thoughts, your behavior. You shouldn't let your behavior to be controlled by outsider. You shouldn't let your feeling, your anger to be controlled by someone else. If someone else bullying you, if someone else is joking on you and you become angry, you become frustrated, it means that person, that guy, or that issue, that problem is controlling you. But you shouldn't give your control to the hands of outsider. You shouldn't give control of yourself to other things which is outside of you. You have to have your control. Actually, it is not possible in the first time, but if you try and if you think about this consciously, you will be aware, like, how nonsense or how useless is these things, that is changing my states of mind, this change my feeling, my behavior. Why I shouldn't have the control of my behavior, why I shouldn't have the control of my